Good morning, my beautiful viewers, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking the Toro Groundsmaster out to mow the county road and clean up the ditches on both sides. This is something I have been doing for many years, and I take great pride in keeping the entrance to my business neat and well maintained. If this is your first time visiting the channel, my name is James, and around here we talk about country living, property maintenance, equipment, and the life lessons that come from decades of hard work. Grab yourself a cup of coffee, sit back, and enjoy the ride. As you can see, the Toro Groundsmaster handles this job with ease. The wide deck and diesel engine make quick work of the long stretches of grass. Mowing along a county road is a little different from mowing a lawn. The terrain changes constantly, and there are ditches, culverts, road signs, and uneven ground to watch for. I've been mowing this ditch for many years, and keeping the entrance to my business looking good is important to me. First impressions matter. If the grass were left alone, it would quickly become overgrown. Tall grass doesn't just look bad, it can also provide shelter for insects, rodents, and other animals. A clean roadside gives the entire property a more welcoming appearance. One thing I've learned over the years is that consistency beats intensity. Mowing a little at a time throughout the season is much easier than trying to reclaim a jungle after weeks of neglect. While the mower hums along, let's do a little storytelling and talk about something I've spent a lifetime around. Cars. My first car was a 1965 Chevrolet Corvair. I turned 16 in 1970 and finally got my driver's license. That little Corvair represented freedom. For the first time in my life, I could go where I wanted without asking anyone for a ride. I drove that car to school every day, but even back then, the businessman inside me was already waking up. I charged the neighborhood kids 35 cents for a ride to school, the exact amount they needed for lunch money. Gasoline was also around 35 cents per gallon, so if I had 3 passengers, I essentially paid for 3 gallons of gas. Looking back, maybe that was my first real business venture. Even before that, in middle school, I would buy 3 packs of gum for 10 cents and sell each pack for 5 cents. I doubled my money and learned one of life's earliest lessons. If you can provide something people want, there is always an opportunity. Cars have fascinated me my entire life. For most families, buying a vehicle is the second largest purchase they will ever make, right behind buying a home. Because of that, making a smart decision is extremely important. There are several ways to buy a vehicle. You can purchase from a private owner, buy from a dealership, buy from an independent used car lot, or lease a vehicle. When buying from a private seller, the first thing I look for is honesty. An honest seller will usually meet you at their home and tell you everything they know about the vehicle. They may not know exactly what it's worth, so the price could be too high or surprisingly low. Dishonest sellers are often different. They may insist on meeting in a parking lot or some neutral location. That's usually a red flag. Many people buy inexpensive cars, clean them up, and flip them for maximum profit. There's nothing wrong with making money, but as a buyer, you need to understand who you're dealing with. Always ask questions. How long have they owned the car? Why are they selling it? Do they have maintenance records? Has it ever been in an accident? The answers can tell you a lot. Dealerships are another option. In my experience, dealerships often keep the better trade-ins because they can inspect them and decide which vehicles meet their standards. Of course, you will pay a premium price for that added confidence. The vehicles dealerships don't want frequently end up at auctions, where independent car lots purchase much of their inventory. That's why buying a used car can sometimes feel like playing Russian roulette. It reminds me of the line from Forrest Gump. You never know what you're going to get. Working in the automotive repair business for decades has given me a unique perspective. I've seen customers drive a vehicle for years without maintenance and then be shocked when a major repair is needed. The moment they hear the estimate, many say, "I'm just going to trade it in." The reality is that every vehicle requires maintenance, oil changes, transmission service, brakes, cooling systems, tires, and suspension components all wear out eventually. Taking care of the small problems early can save thousands of dollars later. Another thing I'd like to warn people about is aftermarket warranties. On paper, they sound wonderful. The commercials make them sound like they'll cover everything. But in many cases, claims are denied because the owner cannot prove maintenance history. Before spending money on an aftermarket warranty, do your homework. Read reviews, ask questions, and understand exactly what is covered and what is excluded. The fine print matters. Here's another piece of advice I've learned after more than 50 years around automobiles. Never fall in love with the monthly payment. Salespeople love to talk about monthly payments because they can stretch the loan longer and make the payment look affordable. Instead, focus on the total price of the vehicle and the total amount of interest you'll pay over the life of the loan. And don't be afraid to pay for a pre-purchase inspection. Spending a couple $100s to have a trusted mechanic inspect a used vehicle can save you thousands of dollars and countless headaches. As I finish mowing this county road, I realize that many of life's lessons are simple. Take care of your property, your equipment, and your finances. A little work and planning today can save you a lot of trouble tomorrow. Well, my beautiful viewers, that's going to wrap up another day of mowing with the Toro Groundsmaster. I hope you enjoyed today's storytelling and the trip down memory lane from my first Corvair to lessons learned after decades in the automotive industry. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear about your first car and any advice you have for buying used vehicles. Until next time, stay safe, work hard, and I'll see you in the next video.